What's going on, guys? I'm kind of new to all of this, so bear with me. Long story short, I've been here, my dad's out of town, so I am working on a few things. The old Raptor's leaking from the cover. I got everything pulled out, cleaned out the garage for him. Good stuff. But see this guy down here is pissing, so we're gonna get to it and start changing that gasket out. Well, that's what happens when you go to strip drain plug. Alright guys, sorry about that. I probably skipped through most of it, but long story short, last mechanic that changed the oil, stripped out the drain plug, so that was fun. I don't know if you want to see it here. Well, can't quite tell, but I had to strip it here and get it on out. Alright, so we are going to pull the oil cooler lines off now. Now, oh yeah. Try and catch all the oil. Don't want to lose this guy. Oh yeah, that old gasket's coming right off. Oh yeah, that I think would explain. So you can see this, somebody had a great seal going. Thanks again to my prior mechanic. This is why I will be doing everything on my own from here on out. On the upside, it looks clean, no grinds, no shards, everything looks good in there. Alright guys, so I had to skip forward a little bit. It's now Monday morning. I was working on it on Saturday. I had to wait for a couple more parts to come in. Long story short, I did replace, everything went good with the clutch cover, and put the oil filter cover back on, fired it up. I'll probably upload the clip here. Ooh, fired right up. Rattled just this. And starts pissing right here out of the top. Now fortunately I got a kit and I got the O-ring for it. I noticed this guy actually was not stripped out, but on that last little turn it was wanting to skip, so I did pick up a new set of fasteners for this too. We will see how that goes, and I'm gonna try. I got fresh oil in it. I've got my bucket over here. I'm going to hope that most of the oil is sitting in the bottom of the motor, and when I pull this off, I'm definitely expecting some to come out, but I don't think it's gonna, you know, dump the whole case on me. So I'm gonna jack it up and see what happens. And look at that. A little bit of residue coming out of there. Not too shabby. So we're gonna set this guy in here. This, I'm gonna go ahead and toss it. I did get a new one just because why not? For 10 bucks. I'm already here. So I will set this guy in here. Definitely not a K&N before, but we got one now. Take a little bit of this residue off here. Oh yeah, get it nice and greasy. Take some of this. I'm just taking some of the old oil here and rubbing it on there. Get some kind of lubrication on it before we get too wild. It's gonna go right back in there. Alright y'all, so as you can tell, she's flipped around here. I did take her out on a quick test ride. Everything on this side's looking good. Got the trickle charger on it, and looking like everything is holding up pretty well over here. I do have this guy down here just for any residual oil that got up in the skid plate underneath there, but I don't think we're gonna have any problems with that. However, it's there to be safe. Now the only things I've got, I did swap these screws out. They were pretty rusty. I'm getting a little rattle, so I'm gonna wait for the exhaust to cool down and work on that. But in the meantime, the old butt burner here is gonna get an upgrade. To be completely honest, I think this is the wrong seat. It had Honda checked off on the box, but I think we can make it work. We're gonna slap this seat cover on there, staple it down, and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna get started, and yeah, I'm using the back of the golf cart here for a workbench. I'm gonna sit and try and find the right fitment. I'll tack a couple down. I'll probably start in the back first, that way I can kind of pull everything forward, and we'll see what happens. Alrighty guys, that is just about a wrap. I am getting to the filter. I cleaned her out inside here. If you're curious, this is what the seat looks like. Not too shabby. Oh, come on, get in there. Get it. Oh, we got it. Oh. Well, let's get that down. There we go. That is the finished product on the seat. You see this guy's cocked just a little bit that way, but it looks really good from back here at this angle. A whole lot better than that rip in there, and she's not looking too shabby. And I'm gonna let that filter dry out. I've got the oil sitting on it, and other than that, she's ready to rip until I get tires. Stay tuned. Well, here she is. Pretty clean looking, at least in comparison if you ask me. Got the tires needed, but wheels are touched up. Everything's looking pretty clean. Not a drip of oil anywhere to be seen. I got some aluminum cleaner coming in the Amazon. Should be here tomorrow actually, so we'll get that cleaned up. Get all that clay off there, and other than that, I mean, I can't complain. In comparison, I've got to say it does look quite a bit better. Now here's a real test. Got that neutral light come on. Oh, buddy. What do you say we take this thing for a rip? Well, gotta say, this has been a pretty fun little project. She's looking good. She's sounding good. I know it's just a 250. I got this when I was like 11 years old. We've had it since then, but my little brother was riding it, and now, well, we'll see. She might get sold and traded up, or I don't know. She's looking kind of good. I might as well into her now. Let's see what y'all think. And also, let me know what y'all thought about the video. I know the editing's probably gonna kind of suck, and I don't know. I'm kind of learning. I'm decent at computers and I'm decent at working on motors, but it's kind of difficult when you're doing both at the same time. Of course, I want to eventually end up on cars. I'm looking for probably a 240SX or a 350Z, and I want to build it and take it over to OSW in Orlando and drift it and have some fun with it, but we'll see where this road takes me. Thanks guys, see you.